Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. In this video called FND Accepting Our Symptoms, I will talk about our relationship to our FND symptoms. It is my hope that this video will be a comfort to anyone struggling with their FND right now. While we might not be able to control our symptoms, we can control our reactions to them, and that's what this video is about. Before we start, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I'm a structural engineer turned yoga teacher, and I was diagnosed with FND in 2017. I am not a medical professional. I'm just somebody who lives a bloody great life with my FND after struggling for a long time prior to my diagnosis. The last time I had symptoms was over a year ago, and that is 100% down to my self-care routine. I'll do a video in the future on my daily self-care routine. Before we start, we'll spend a moment or two recognising and accepting all the emotions that we're feeling right now. I'm going to give some examples of what you might be feeling now if you're struggling with your FND. Before I list the emotions, I just want you to know that all these emotions are valid, and I've felt all of these in the past, so you're not alone in these emotions. Maybe you feel sad now. With sadness, there's always a loss. And you might be feeling sad that you have the loss of good health, the loss of healthy functioning, the loss of control over our body, or maybe you just feel sad and sorry for yourself that you have this condition. Or do you feel fear right now? Fear that your symptoms will last forever, or the fear of your symptoms themselves. I am very familiar with the lack of control we have over our body with symptoms, and that is scary, so it's understandable that we might be feeling fearful right now. Are you feeling angry? Angry at the unfairness of symptoms, of having a medical condition? Perhaps angry at yourself for overdoing it and activating your nervous system and getting symptoms. Simply naming our emotions like we just did, I feel fear or I feel sadness, lets us process them, and it lets the emotions pass easier, and then we can focus on looking after ourselves. How we transform our reaction to our symptoms is by working with our thoughts first and using the following mantra: I accept and allow these anxious thoughts. So whenever our thoughts go to our symptoms, trying to control them, or wanting to fix them, or wanting them to stop, wondering when it will stop, we'll use that mantra: I accept and allow these anxious thoughts. So we'll do this over and over, noticing our thoughts, and whatever thoughts come up, we'll use our mantra. Doing this is a skill that needs cultivating. That means we have to do a practice where we work with our thoughts every day, dedicating time to focusing our attention on our thoughts. So maybe that's with a yoga practice or meditation, but consistency is key. I personally like to do a daily yoga practice, as that cultivates deep and even breathing at the same time. So then when we're having symptoms, we can use the same mantra with a little tweak. Instead of I accept and allow these anxious thoughts, we'll say the following: I accept and allow this response my body is having. I accept and allow this response my body is having. We're not trying to stop what's happening, we're just allowing it to happen. So the idea here is that when we can live with our symptoms by simply getting on with life as best we can, that's when our symptoms get bored and there's no resistance. That's when we can live life well without FND issues. It is so true that what we resist persists, 100%. Being aware of where our attention is going is so important. What does resistance look like? Or more importantly, what does it feel like in our body? Imagine somebody walks in front of your car when you're driving. You brake, but your body also contracts and gets tight, not wanting something to happen. So every negative thought that you have about your FND, like, why is this happening to me? Oh, I wish it would stop. Instead of our body taking on that resistance, we notice our thought with acceptance by using our mantra. I accept and allow these anxious thoughts. So we're not stopping our thoughts, not at all. We're just not giving them any power over our body. I hope I've encouraged you to work with your thoughts using this mantra. Try it and see what happens. Just to say that a relationship to our FND won't transform overnight. It takes time to introduce changes, even changes in a healthy direction. Our minds like familiarity and they'll want to resist it. But knowing this can empower us to keep at it. And remember, if you change nothing, nothing changes. I'm going to end today with a journal entry I wrote the last time I had FND issues, as an example of how we can support ourselves when we're being challenged by our FND. Emotion, sadness and fear. I'm sad that this is hard. That this is the letting my nervous system relax when everybody is at home. My need is to relax the way I know how. You know what to do, Ciara. Wait it out, drink water, yoga to connect to the present moment, focus on enjoyment, and upper body tension release. Emotion, fear. Fear that this stress response will continue. But I know that's not true. And even if it does, I'm doing okay every day. I had a bad night last night, but I had a lovely day with my daughter today. The next thing I do, I write down some mantras for myself. I accept this response. I accept that I'll have to have an easy week or two to write it out. I accept my energy limitations at this time, and I'll work with them to enjoy myself. I will allow myself to nurture myself daily. I will allow the nights to be as they are. I accept this response. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. If you found this video useful, please do let me know by liking it or by commenting. I can remember feeling really isolated and lonely for a long time with my FND. So if I've offered you one small bit of advice that helped you, or I've encouraged you to make a tiny change to your outlook, to your FND, I would love to hear that. And I love hearing from people who watch my videos. If you'd like me to do more FND videos, do let me know. So I'll leave it there for today. Take care and bye.